Many of you guys know that I have rushed to Town Hall 9. The base is left behind and I need to give you guys and find for myself the best farming strategies to catch up quick. What is up, my friends? My name is Ek and we're back inside of Clash of Clans on my Rush Town Hall 9 account where I have a builder free where I need to get something done. I have troops ready to go on the attack and I have a few replays to share with you guys so you can see how I'm finding massive loot, which helps me upgrade my base more quickly. And we're going to be diving into all that today, guys. If you like Clash of Clans, make sure you sub the channel, ring the bell, because we got videos for you here every day. War, pushing, farming, it doesn't matter. It's all right here on this channel. Now, taking a look at my base, you will notice we have some woodies in the center. We have a bunch of defenses that are left behind and a lot of stuff to do. But you'll also notice that I have a decent amount of loot, so I could probably spend on something. Notice my queen, she is also just a level 5, and my king is a level 11, so they're pretty left behind as well. But with all that said, I do have everything built for the Town Hall level. Everything is on here, and my base, well, it's a Town Hall 9 base. It's really nothing special. Why don't we go ahead and do this? I want to show you guys the strategy that I'm using to find this huge loot. And I'm going to show you by looking into my training camp and looking at quick train. And you can see previous army right up top. We're going in with the Loonion strategy. 34 balloons, 25 minions, 3 rage, 1 heal, 1 freeze. I do get clan castle balloons with an extra freeze spell for my clan mates, but I oftentimes don't even use it. I try to save it if I can. Now, the cool thing about this army is it only costs 258,000 elixir and 175 dark. So when you're trying to get those heroes up, this is a great army to do that with, and one of my favorites at Town Hall 9. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go into our log and we're gonna show you, how about this one? This one not only was a 3-star, but grabbed all the loot, and the loot was almost 1 million elixir, 740,000 gold, and almost 3,000 dark. Now, when we're looking at this base, we need to rush those air defenses as quickly as possible. I drop a couple of minions on the outside to pick away some structures, and then the majority of the balloons, but not all of them. Then heavy with the minions behind, and I'm gonna rage these balloons right into those air defenses. I need them to get there quickly and take those things out right away. Then, even though I'm fighting the sweeper, I'm gonna drop the heal spell on my biggest bunch of balloons so they can get put back to max level, maxed health. Then we're gonna drop another rage spell on top of the air defense section where the balloons are headed, and now they'll path nicely through the rest. Notice we even have a couple of balloons coming in from the bottom. While the defenses are targeting the incoming balloons, I'll sneak a few in behind and be able to take out more of those defenses. Now notice the clan castle wasn't used. The queen is being used down below just to clean up some buildings, and the balloons are pathing really beautifully through the rest of the base. I have a freeze spell in my comp, which I'm going to use because it's just going to make it easier for me to train up my troops. And I use it right by that wizard tower towards the end because splash damage and balloons can be a problem. Now, I could have not done this at all. We could have just gone with the heroes and taken that down, but why not utilize this spell, take down the wizard tower, and pull in all the loot from this base? When you find raids like this, you're able to progress your base more quickly because you're getting the loot to do it. And we're doing it in Gold League as well. Oftentimes, I'll recommend Crystal, but gold has been good, at least for me. Now, before I get into my next replay, I think I should probably do a live one with you. We're gonna go try and find something, and while I'm looking for an attack, my editor, because he is amazing, is going to show some of your comments as I search. Thank you guys so much for being active on the channel. Now, these are the kinds of bases you want to find. This thing doesn't have the most loot, but it is a big base, and let's see how powerful this strategy is against a base that's big. It's a dead base. Inferno towers are dead, Expos are dead, but let's see what we can do to get through this Town Hall 11, and I'm gonna go at the stronger air defenses first. That's gonna be these ones right here. The ones in the back end are a little bit easier to get through. We're gonna go with the, where's the queen? They don't even have a queen yet. So let's go with the king and the queen. Maybe they can take out one of those air defenses. We'll have to see. And then we're gonna actually, I'm gonna come in from this direction. I take it back. We're going in this way. The majority of the loons, all the minions behind, pop the king's ability, and we're gonna rage these balloons into that first air defense right there. And then we're gonna rage these balloons into the second with a few back end balloons coming in from right there. And we're gonna finish off with a heal spell right here. Most of the balloons should path through that, and then another rage, which they should catch and hopefully run on over to that final air defense. Oh, it looks like they're going the other direction. It's okay. We'll get it done, I believe. I do have the queen sniping out that air defense, which worked out perfectly, and we're gonna put a freeze right here on the air defense and on the archer tower. That's gonna let the balloons get through the rest of the base, grabbing all the loot. Now, of course, this base did not have as much loot as we saw in the previous attack, but it was a dead base, and this was a great example of how a Rush Town Hall 9 can take down even a dead Town Hall 11, rushed as well, but we're looking at the size of the base. This strategy works against many bases, strong bases, weak bases. It's gonna give you the loot. And again, in Gold League, you don't have to push trophies to get anywhere to get that loot. You can find it right here. And right now, the balloons are cleaning up everything else in the base. The minions are behind. They clean up all the things that aren't defenses behind. And we have a minute and 16 seconds left. Plenty of time. We're gonna grab that town hall, which always looks really epic as the balloons do take it down. This is my best and favorite farming strategy right now at Town Hall 9 as a rushed Town Hall 9. And a few more things to catch up on, which we'll do in double time. Decent loot, easy base, that's what farming is all about. And guys, what do you know? My army is ready to go. I could go in on another attack right now, and I'm gonna totally do that, but I don't have my heroes. But it is doable. This strategy can work even if you don't have heroes. So let's go give it a shot. Let's see what we can find this time around. And we need to find a base that's weak enough so that the heroes or lack of heroes don't really play too big of a deal. We found a whale right here. This is a beautiful find as a new Town Hall 9. We have Dark Elixir just sitting right there in these drills. And that's gonna be pretty easy going in from the back end of the sweeper. The sweeper's not even pointing in the right direction. The problem is the queen in the core of the base. That could be very hard for us to deal with. So I don't know we're gonna get the entire base, but we are gonna get that Dark Elixir and the majority of the loot out of this one. So that is the goal of this attack. We're gonna come with the balloons on the outside here. We're gonna save a few, and then we're gonna go with the majority of the minions, but again, we're gonna save a few. We're gonna go with that rage spell right here on these balloons and right here on these balloons. We had a few more balloons coming in, actually. A little lighter than I would like on those. There we go. Now we're pathing through nicely. We're gonna go with a couple of balloons here and the CC balloons, and we're gonna rage those bad boys up, get them into the base as quickly as possible. Now we have to do some healing, I believe, as we get balloons pathing. Actually, can we heal up here on these things on the queen? Maybe the minions, they did take down that queen. The balloons are pathing through pretty well right now, but they are fighting an air sweeper. Lots of balloons left. Can they get through that final air defense? We do have a few minions on the back end too, which are beautiful for cleaning up all of this extra loot that the balloons aren't going to grab if they don't take down the final defenses. The balloons are beaten up a little bit by that wizard tower. They're taking down the air defense. It does go down. Only one Tesla and one archer tower left, and then we are looking at cleanup for a 3-star for some really good loot using Lunion. Oh, Lunion is really good. There it comes, guys. All the loot now is going to be absorbed and dropped into my storages, which are then going to be dropped into my upgrades. Right now, we got to figure out what we got to upgrade because this base was trashed with Lunion. Man, the strategy is like, really, it's like the best thing. And then Town Hall 10, you know it's going to switch up. It's going to switch up to miners all day. But here, Lunion. We got to do more videos on this because this is just straight up fun with tons of loot. Look at this loot we just grabbed right there. 6,000 Dark Elixir. The one thing bad about Gold League is no dark bonus. But that's okay when you're finding 6 grand per base. Always remember to come back in and train up more troops. You don't want to have an army just sitting there with absolutely nothing. Train them up. Make sure you got them ready to go. Now, actually, did I not have my spells trained properly? I think we got a free spell we could drop in here like that. Now we are good. But I have one more example I'm going to show you guys in my log. Let's go take a look at that before we do the upgrade. And this is a great example as to why 3 stars don't matter. Look at the loot in this base. 1,000,003 elixir, 700,000 gold, and 8,000 1,000 Dark Elixir. Now, we're not looking at a dead base. This is a live and well Town Hall 10, and I'm a Rush 9. So what I want to try and do is get as much loot out of this base, and this doesn't have dead storages either. All the loot's really in the core of the base, so we need to rush the core with those balloons. We're coming on in right now. We have the heal spell and those rage spells. Side balloons coming out of that CC as well. As you can see, I had a donated balloon that is not max level, which makes it a little bit harder, but we're getting through, pushing through the core. The sweeper actually pushed my balloons on top of that air defense. Now the balloons are going to continue on through, grabbing a ton of loot already. Now, mind you, we're not going to get all of it. And actually, those storages, I mean, those drills and mines, they are actually full. So the minions are getting great value. Those 2 minions over there getting massive value on the attack. But we're not able to dive any further. The queen, max level 40 queen at Town Hall 10 was just hanging out in the core, picking away everything that I had. But we have these minions, hashtag winions, that are really getting massive value. Look at them just getting this loot. They're gonna move on over and they're gonna grab more elixir. And I think that these winions will even grab some Dark Elixir as well. We have 3,600 Dark at this point. We're almost at 1,000,000 Elixir, and this is only taking down 50% of the base because, again, we're farming. And there we go. That minion, hashtag winion, is grabbing large amounts of Dark. And at Town Hall 9, Dark Elixir is so important. With 30 levels to upgrade of Queen, 20 levels to upgrade of King, and all of the laboratory work you have to do, you better get some Dark Elixir. And when you have a couple of winions in your back pocket to steal it like this, you could feel like you were successful. And that's going to be it because it didn't get anything more. Thank you, One Truth, for the balloons, but it's time now for an upgrade. We have one upgrade to do, and let's go refer to our builder and see what he suggests. And we can do the Barbarian King for 32 Dark. We can do a bunch of that stuff as well, but I think I'm going to go with the Archer Queen, getting her up to level 6. Boom, it's only going to take 1 day, and that is going to be good value. Now, my lab is working. Let's see what it's working on. Looks like we're working on a rage spell, which is 4.5 days out until that's going to be even stronger, which is going to be helpful, especially for this strategy we're using right here. But what I want to do is I want to get a little bit of love right here to my clan, Echo Fam. If you guys want to come through, or there are any open slots, as there are right now, there are 2 slots, come on through, join on up, and have some fun with us inside of Echo Fam, a really casual war clan. We just have some fun. But I want to take a look at the comments or at the chat and see if anyone shared anything that you might want to see.
Go to the station. Go to the go. I go. Tucker. Go, Spider-Man. Go there.
One Truth finding a Town Hall 8, zapping out that air defense, and coming in, storming in with dragons. 2.5 minutes on this, and the loot is pretty darn good. He's also over here in Gold League, coming through with 8 dragons, a bunch of balloons. He's trying to snipe out that air defense. I may have gone on with the dragon first, but you know what? He's going to be effective with that. It looks like he will get the air defense, and I see a lot of Dark in that drill right on the outside. Now, we are looking at Town Hall 8 right here, so the loot that you're going to find in a Town Hall 8 is obviously going to be a lot less than the loot you'll find in a Town Hall 9 or in a 10. A lot of dead loot on the outside, which those dragons are going to be grabbing, which is probably why he put the dragons spread wide on the outside, trying to make sure that he could grab all that loot, also funneling all these dragons and all these balloons, which are going to push this base by storm. 1 rage spell in the comp, because remember, he used the zap spell on top on that 1 air defense. This is another strategy that you can use, but dragons are much more expensive. They are going to cost you, and also they're pretty darn slow, okay? So if you want to push through bases quickly, dragons are not going to be your option. You need to have a way of taking out those air defenses quickly, which is the zap, which could be hero surges, and oh my goodness, the balloons did not take down that AD. It's just going to continuously shoot down those dragons, but the dragons are strong and tanky, and they will be able to get this done. There's nothing left in this base to take down these dragons, which means I could 4 times through the rest of the attack, and we can look at another strategy that someone's using inside of the Echo Fam clan. This is obviously One Truth coming through with the dragons, which are very effective at farming, but not cheap, like we said before. And where did those dragons go? Trying to get the final corner hut. They got it done. So this attack right here is not a 3-star, but again, it doesn't matter. You don't need 3 stars to pull in massive loot. Coming in with P.E.K.K.A. and Wizards, Baby Dragon starting on those gold mines on the outside of the base. Let's see how this strategy works. And we're looking at a, what is he, a Town Hall 9? He's got the level 30 queen coming in on this attack with no king, because the king is probably upgrading. All of the P.E.K.K.A. storming the base, bowlers coming out of the clan castle, queen entering the base as well, raging them up. No healers on this attack, so we're not really looking at a P.E.K.K.A. smash. It's more of just a P.E.K.K.A. queen, bowler, huge kill squad going into the core. And let's see how much loot he can grab out of this. Remember, he doesn't get a 100% on the attack, so what type of loot can he grab? Look at the rage spell in the core, taking down those, well, those dead Inferno towers. I guess that thing is not actually active right now, but the P.E.K.K.A.s are so strong. They can take so much tanking. Yeah, we're looking at a dead base for sure. The Expos are dead as well, which means they have not been reloaded. Someone has not logged onto their account in some time, but there's a lot of loot on the outside of the base. I want to see that loot picked up. We need to get that loot. And this is some of the problems with these kill squad farms. You get all the troops in the core of the base, but a lot of times, a lot of that loot's on the outside. So hopefully these P.E.K.K.A., they can push their way through the back. Luckily for Yaya Dub, he's got a couple of troops to clean up the loot on the outside, because you don't want to leave that. When you're farming, you got to grab all that juicy loot, and he is doing it right now. Doing it really well as well. The P.E.K.K.A.s are going to make their way through the base. Let's double time through the rest of this, because we know what's going to be happening. Most likely that cannon is going to be a problem for some of these troops coming around, or maybe time. We'll see. But either way, getting good loot, farming, Town Hall 9 in Clash of Clans. It's really just a fun time. So much different than what I'm doing over in Legends League on my Max 13. It's just fun to sometimes find those juicy loot bases and to grab as much of that loot as you possibly can. But guys, I hope you enjoyed today's video. I hope you can utilize Lunion at your Town Hall 9, especially if you're rushed, and have some fun with it. Let me know what strategies you're using right now in Clash of Clans, and give this video a big thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Remember guys, check out this one before you go. Be safe and be good.